Okay, today we're going to be making a almond, chia and linseed butter. Maybe I'm going to add a little bit of cocoa into that as well. Right, so what we will need is some almonds. You can take blanched ones if you like. I don't mind if there's a bit of husk in there. And we need 450 grams of walnuts. And walnuts, almonds. This will, by the way, this will make about 700 grams. So maybe I'm thinking this is maybe a bit too much. So I'm going to go half that. So that's 225 almonds. I've got a bit too many in there. That was a good catch. That's 226. 225 exactly. So we'll do half the recipe. So that's 225 of almonds. I'm going to put those into my blender. You can roast the almonds, but I don't want them to taste too toasty roasty, so I'm not going to roast them. Also because I'm going to be using walnut oil, which is roasted enough, which is strong enough. So then after that we need 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. These are chia seeds. I bought them in Spain. And I put them into a glass jar. So 1 tablespoon. I don't know, I didn't get myself so terribly organized. This is on the hoof. I thought, yeah, I'll make some of this. So 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. And now we need some linseeds. They can be the brown ones or these golden ones. I don't think it really matters. Sometimes I have these, sometimes I have the others. These are open. I have the other ones as well. And you will need 1 tablespoon of these linseeds. I'm just going to do this over here. So a tablespoon. Oh, it's maybe a little bit more. Put that into the blender. So as I said, this is all a little bit on the hoof. And then 1 tablespoon of nut oil. Well, if you're going to roast the almonds, then best in an oven or on a pan, then it's best to just use macadamia nut oil or rice bran oil. But I have here walnut oil, that's why I'm not roasting my nuts. So that's 1 tablespoon of the oil. Right, I'm going to let that drip. So that's not that much really if you think about the amount. So now it's going to get terribly loud, and I'm also going to turn the camera so you can see what's actually happening. Let me just put this into some water. Put that away, close this, not that everything falls, because I'm a bit clumsy sometimes. Not that I intend to be. So, right, now we're going to mill everything for 1 minute. Right, and this is going to be super loud. So I already apologize for that. I'll turn this round. And I know it's all a bit crooked. Okay, turn this round. Okay. Right, so I'm putting this on. Okay, it's on. Milk for a minute. I need to bash this down a bit with the, I don't know what you call this, the basher. This is actually a little bit too high up for me. Because I can't see the lid now. Where is the... I'm gonna have to take this off, guys, I'm sorry. So I can't see what I'm doing, I'm too short. I need steps to do this. Okay, right. Put it back on. Right, I'm going to add a little bit more oil, just a tiny little bit, because that's just not blending well. Here we go again. Okay, this time I managed. Where's my wand? Bit of a procedure getting everything down. I'm sorry if I'm banging against the camera as well. I think what I'll do, guys, is I'll take this off. Excuse me. Turn you around. Oh, as I said, I'm a bit too short. Okay. Right, and because I'm a bit too short and I can't get in there properly, what I'll do is I'll take a long spoon . Or best yet, I'm taking my spatula and I'm just pushing that down a little bit. I don't know, maybe this is supposed to be a bit more oily. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. But it depends also on what kind of linseeds and almonds you got. So put it back on. I'm supposed to be doing this in increments of 10. I think what I'll do is I'll put it on smoothie. No, this is just not doing anything. Let me pause. Right guys, this is not blending properly, so I'm adding a little bit of boiled water. It's not hot, it's cooled down boiled water. And I'd say that's at most 2 tablespoons. Let's see if that gets things going a little bit. Oh, here we go again. Okay, here we go. Right. So that's me getting things moving a little bit. So I didn't want to add more oil, and I think this is doing the trick. I'm just pushing this down around with my spatula a little bit because it is still very thick. I'll show you a little bit on my... You see, this is the consistency, still very thick. So I might add a little bit more. Tastes a lot better now with that little bit of water in there. Okay. I think I will have to add a little more water. And especially because I want to get some cocoa powder in there as well, which will make it thicker too. So I'm adding a little bit more. Just go by feeling now. Lid on. Maybe I should have stirred beforehand. Get this down a little bit. Moving a tiny bit. Here we go. Got it on mix, not on chop or blend, and as you see it is going a bit slow, but it is going round. So let's take it off and have another look. Let's mix this round a little bit. Okay, I just want to show you the consistency now. Okay, you can see the consistency now. It's a lot smoother. But I still want it to be a little bit more. Maybe it's because I'm doing half the amount, but I didn't want to do that much. I don't want it to go off quick. I think you can actually store it for about, well, a month or so. But I won't be eating that much, so that's why I thought I'll do half the amount. So let's add a little bit more liquid in. There's my liquid. A little bit more. As I said, so I've got in here now about 1/8 of a cup of water. And I think what I'll do now is I'll start adding a little bit of cocoa. I haven't got much left of the cocoa, so I'll just be using up what I've got. Oh man, I'm making a mess, but it's delicious already. It's delicious already. So this is about a tablespoon of cocoa that I've got left in here. And I'm going to add that simply because I like cocoa. I like a Nutella feel to it. Or Nutella, or however you say it. I want it to be chocolatey and nutty all at the same time. I'm just scraping here. I'm scraping the sides out. Okay. So that was the end of the Green and Black's organic cocoa. Yum yum. Right, lid back on. And let's hope for the best this time. Just want to stir again. Oh, this is now getting to a perfect consistency. Can you see that? It's almost perfect now. This will thicken up because chia seeds will thicken. So overnight this will thicken up. Right, let me just put you back down here. And I'm thinking maybe I'll add this is so delicious. I'm thinking I'm going to add dates to this now as well. Let me just pause you for a minute. Okay, whilst off screen I pitted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dates. They're going in. I'm licking my fingers, sorry. I'm such a piglet, but it tastes so good. Right, and I've added those in as well. I just have to stir. Make sure. Oh, the dates are already, I think, I can't see any. bits, date bits. So I think they've already integrated themselves into the mixture. This is what it looks like now. You see, I can't see. Oh, there's little bits of date here. Okay, I put you down again. Oops. So I do need 2 hands for this. I know this is not professional filming, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to have to write this down so that I can write it in the message box below, comment box below, what I've done here. So, oh yes, nice. Mix a little bit more. And that's it. Off. I'm now going to transfer that into a little jar, and I'll pause you whilst I get the jar. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill it into this little jar. And hope I don't make a colossal mess doing so. Think. I think I might have a little bit too much. Okay. Ooh, am I going to get that in? Oh, no, that's a bit too much. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. I knew I'd end up with the mess somewhere, so I'm just going to take a bowl and transfer the rest. Take a spoonful out of there. I knew this would be maybe a colossal mess in the end. Okay, so close that. And I'll put that outside or in the fridge for you guys. My fridge is outside. And the rest I'll put in here. I tell you what, this would be a fantastic mixture with some frozen banana. This would make fabulous ice cream. Right, I think I could have most probably got 2 3/4 filled jars out of this. Looking at the amount I have in this little bowl. And I don't want to waste any ingredients, so I'm getting everything I can out of this jug. I mean, ingredients are expensive enough. One doesn't have to waste them by pouring them down the drain, cleaning the jug. See, I'm still getting a fair amount out of the jug. So, as I said, I think this would have actually been maybe 2 jars, not filled so full. Don't worry, this is just for my personal eating. I wouldn't do this finger business if someone else were going to be eating this. But as it's only me, I don't care. So, here we go. That's what it looks like. And it tastes absolutely delicious. It tastes better than it looks. So I'm going to post this up and I'll put the ingredients down at the bottom.